So we're gonna do daily recap. We're gonna go over with the trades that I took this morning. Same exact trades that I give you guys every single day. Literally the breakdowns. So we're gonna go first with US 30. So US 30 breakdown this morning. I explained to you guys that I will be looking for the same exact setup that I took yesterday. That it was buys above the 38,800. You guys already know the reason why. Just due to the fact on the daily time frame how we're just pretty much creating that daily higher low, right? So yesterday we literally got a perfect move to the upside, or last week, right? We got a perfect move to the upside that we got a pullback. Notice how we got the pullback into this area of resistance, which price is forming that higher low. I explained to you guys also that obviously I will be looking for that break and retest above the 38,800. Yesterday we did get like those minor break and retest, which was pretty much around this zone over here. I took the same exact buys back into the upside. This is where I took my profit. Now yesterday, after we pretty much came into the zone over here, obviously we started seeing this little type of retracement, but price once again came back into the 38,800, which is this very nice area of support, obviously creating those next higher lows. Now the interesting part about this one was that this morning when I sent you guys the analysis, right, price was literally above here under there, and I told you guys that as long as price literally just breaks above it, just wait for those minor pullback, and that's exactly what price did, right? Literally very cool. We got this pretty cool move to the upside. When I sent you guys the breakdowns, like literally around these zones over here, and then price literally broke above it. Once I saw that, I'm like, okay, I just gotta wait for the price to pull back. Boom, right there. I set up a buy limit from there, activate my trade, send it out to the VIP group, and then boom, price literally breaks back into the upside, hitting a very nice 1-3 risk to reward trade over 300 points. Beautiful, easy trade. Literally does not get as simple as that. I even explained to you guys, I'm not even literally not even looking for sales around these zones over here. I'm more interested in buys, just with the confirmation from the higher time frame. So very clean. We're gonna go into gold. Gold also played out amazing. So check this out. So this morning, this was very early. This is when I woke up. I sent out the buy limit. This was like around 3 a.m. Price literally activated one of my trades. So before I get into that, yesterday I did explain to you guys the 2153, right? The zone that I was interested in taking those buy position. But if you guys check this out, notice how, I'm not sure. Yeah, it was this one over here. Notice how price after the push to the upside, what was this yesterday? Yeah, so I yeah, I took the sales yesterday. So yeah, so what I was saying was that notice how price pretty much, it once we rejected this resistance, I did set up the buy limit at 2153, but we did not fully come into 2153, so we kind of had a bounce from the 2155 area, 56. Price bounced from there, and then once again price came back, missed this limit, and then was just pretty much pushing back into the upside. So I end up deleting the limit after price came into this one. I end up deleting the limit this morning, right? Since price once again came back into 2055, 2056, and then price was just pushing to the upside. So that kind of made the trade very risky. So I was not very interested in taking this trade. The only way that I'll be interested in taking those buy limit will be only if price is still hanging out above it, right? But if we do see that price kind of pushes it and then pushes back into the upside, pushes back into the upside, and we start missing those zones, at one point it's going to be very risky, because again, if we are in a downtrend, right? So let me give you guys an example. This is why you gotta be very important whenever you guys set those limit. I can actually make a video for you guys on YouTube explaining to you guys how buy limit, sell limit exactly works and how I trade it. But check this out. Let's say that pretty much we're doing something like this, creating to the downside, right? And then in the previous price structure, we have an area of support, right? So let's do something like this. We have the zone of support. That price forms right there and then pushes to the upside, have the switch of structure. Pretty much just, you guys get the idea, right? So let's say in my case that I set up a buy limit at this zone of support. But let's say that price, we start, like I set up a buy limit right here, right? This is my area of interest to start looking for buy limit. But let's say that price literally misses it by a couple pips, right? Let's say it misses it by a couple pips, and then price starts doing this. Boom, we get the push to the upside. Comes back into the same zone, we miss it, and then once again pushes back into the upside and does the last same exact thing, right? This is the part of the area that I will start deleting my limit. Right now, the reason why is because notice the trend. For example, this trend over here, we are bearish, right? Remember, buy limit is where you guys set the limit under, right? So for in this case, it's just buy limit, so you set up the limit under whatever zone you guys are looking for. So Since we miss it, it makes it very, very risky. Main one is because notice the trend. Like I said, we are in a bearish market, right? So what is the possibility of price touching it and then going back into the upside? It is very low. Since we missed it a few times, that means that price rejected another zone, right? There's an also possibility of price coming into here, activate, and then starts breaking down and then starts switching structure. It has happened to me multiple times. So that is exactly why I deleted those limits, because again, price, we're still in a downtrend from the higher time frame. Check this out. We're still in a downtrend from a higher time frame. Now price didn't fully come into the zone where I wanted to buy, so it was pretty much just bouncing off from these zones. So it made it very risky. And then to a third time, we kind of got to the same move and then had another bounce. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is very risky if I keep the limit open. So I told everyone to delete the limit. I set up my buy limit under this zone over here, which is the support zone, another area that I have interested. I had also interested 2145 early of this week, but we did miss, which exactly this one. This was literally the one that I deleted yesterday, since I had a buy limit around 2145. This is the one that I had with the VIP group. So 2045, I had it with the VIP group, which was right there. Notice how price missed it by a few pips and then obviously pushed into the upside. So again, it is risky. Not interested in taking that position anymore. So end up setting the position after this exact zone 2148, perfectly activate my trade, push into the upside with this trade over here. It's currently running over 100 pips, over 1 to 3 risk to reward. Beautiful trade. My take profit is right above here, which is going to be over a 1 to 5 risk to reward trade. Now, the analysis that I sent you guys this morning was that as long as price can remain itself above the 2153, right? Because this was a zone that I was interested in yesterday, which is this very nice area of support. So check this out. We got the bounce from the major support. Price broke back into the upside, and then I just told you guys, I'm going to be looking for buys as long as price can remain itself above the 2153 and then above the 2156. So that is exactly what price did. It was pretty much ranging around here. This was not really a good zone to buy. We did touch it and then price perfectly broke to the upside, but then we were just pretty much just hanging around these areas. So the good confirmation you guys could have entered was right here. Notice how once again we broke under it, price pulls back, retests it, boom, closes a bullish engulfing candle off the 15-minute time frame. Now what I waited for was for those little more push into the upside, right? So that was one confirmation right there. It's actually two, because we broke above it, we got the retest, price break and retest, maintain above it, we got the entry candle right over here. I end up taking my position right at this candle closure, which is going to be at the 21, exactly at the 2154. So I enter position right there, perfectly pushed into the upside. What happens next? We break above the 2156, the next one that I told you guys. What happens here? Price perfectly breaks above it, retests it, and retains above it. Boom, this could have been another entry. So very simple trade with gold, exactly how I explained to you guys. Just literally break and retest setups. I told you guys, the only way I'm interested in buying if price can break under it, which it did, right? Check this out. Price did break under it. We did reject this zone over here that I explained to you guys this morning as well. Notice how price rejected it, right? But then notice there was no proper pullbacks. Price broke above it. So what exactly, or why would you guys be taking sales here? Like, price is above support. You guys, whenever you guys are interested in taking sales, price has to be under support. So there was no point or no business for you guys to be selling the market right over here. There was no confirmation at all. We might got the break under, but there was no exact clean pullback. And then check this out. This right here is not really a good indicator telling you that price has more possibility of heading to a downside, right? So since we got this right here exactly does not mean that price has possibility. So this was also not a great entry, right? So that's why I did not really took those sell position, because I was not, it just did not look clean at all. And then yeah, so that's what I end up taking this position. Both of these very nice, playing out very, very nice. US30, this was just a beautiful trade. This was actually my favorite trade of the day with these buys. It was literally less than, I entered this position at exactly at 9. I ended up closing it like around 11:30ish, around that time. This one played out amazing. This happened at 3 a.m. I activated my trade at 4. Beautiful trade. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys, for the recap. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.